Right, guys, so once you've got all those set up, you can close your InstaTrader down, reopen it, then you should have a screen that looks like this. Okay, the extra ones I put in there was gold. Okay, so I've got my dollar index there, then I've got all my other 7 currencies. Okay, so now what you want to do, you want to close that down. Okay, and then open where I've given you the things to download. What you're going to need is you're going to need this exe4 file. So if you select that one and these 2 tools, the one the 5 p.m. to 2 a.m. and one the 5 p.m. to 3 a.m. Just copy those. Okay. And what you're going to need to do is you need to go into your computer, into your C drive, your program files, and then look for your InstaTrader. There it is there. Okay, now you need to go into experts and indicators. Okay, and then you can just right click and paste those in there. Okay, bam, I've got them in now. Okay, so the next thing to do is come and open your InstaTrader. Right, so once you've opened up your InstaTrader again, then just come to this little one here, the third one from the end, with the plus sign on it. It says indicators. Click on that, go down to custom indicator, and the one we just loaded in there was called Asian Breakout. Okay, so then you'll see this little pop-up message here. Now what we're looking for is the period end, so that's the third one down. Oh, just briefly, the period begin here. Now what you have to realize with this InstaTrader MetaTrader 4 platform, it doesn't let us to set from before midnight for that day. So on our market club, for our Euro USD as an example, we were putting our trend lines out from 4 p.m. to 2 a.m. Okay, 4 p.m. East Coast time is you need to add 7 hours to it, which is 11 p.m. But as I say, this one doesn't allow us to go to 11 p.m. and only lets us start from midnight or 00 hours. Okay, so what in effect it's going to be is it's actually going to show that this breakout box from 5 p.m. East Coast time, which is perfectly fine for us. That's just the extra hour after the US close. Okay, so that is pretty much midnight, and it's the period end jar. So it's GMT plus 2 is the InstaTrader platform. So we were looking for 2 a.m. for the US dollar, so we need to add 7 hours to that. Okay, so if you highlight the chart, then double click on the time. Okay, so we're going to add 7 hours onto the 2 a.m. That's 0900. Okay, put the 2 little dots inside as well. Okay, the next one, we want this box to end at 23. So once again, double click that and put 23. So that's 11. Because remember, we're looking for the breakouts, but they don't often happen in the morning, or if they don't happen in the morning, we want to keep those trend lines valid till 11 o'clock that night, and then we'll start again with our new ones. Okay, and then press OK, and OK again, and boof, it's come up now. Okay, so if we enlarge that screen, right, so what's that's done is, let's take yesterday or the day before. You can see here now it's given it to you in real time. Okay, so if I hold my my mouse over that bar there, that candlestick, sorry, it's 8. If you look at the time below here, it'll tell you exactly what's happening in that. So we're waiting for the next candle to form. If I look at the day before, you can see it's given the box around. The grey is the highlighted area between the high and the low. So the low was down here. You can see that, and the high, and there was the breakouts there. Okay, so this was Euro USD. We actually took these trades. We broke out here for a 3-hour trade. Right, so it went up. Then we had the European Central Bank meeting and the Draghi speech. Then the euro took a hammering here. We watched it on our dollar index, and we decided to get into the trade. Okay, so as soon as it breaks through that, we got into our trade. But we took an hour here, we took 3 hours there. Because remember when I showed you in the demo, we need to be aware of how our euro is trading to our dollar index and our dollar. And then these are the breakout boxes. So it's put in there for you. And what we've done is we've set it up that it's when it hits the breakout, it's going to kick in that little brown box there is 2 pips above the breakout and 2 pips below the breakout. That's just trying to get rid of any fake out breakouts. So that's what you're going to be looking to. But as I said to you, when we're trading these currencies, it's better to trade above the 200 and above the EMAs for a safer trade. So you can see here when it broke out here, it was completely above the 200, which is that white one there. And then it was also above your simple moving averages. Okay. Trade up, trade down. If I just drag this along, you can see the day before there. Let's go back 2 days. Remember, you can make this smaller, you can enlarge it here. Maybe that's a little bit too big. Okay. So let's go a couple of days ago. So you can see it drew the box in for you automatically. Okay, and there was the breakout there, but it's within the EMAs, but it still turned into a winning trade. The relative strength index was up here. Hold it over there, and then it'll come up. You can see the value was 91.3067, so it was above 90 for that bar. But it was still within the exponentials and simple moving averages, but it still turned into a good winning trade. As I say, I have to cover all bases, so you could have entered a trade there, which still 3-hour trade worked out. But once it actually broke above the moving averages here, and the simple moving averages, then it was a much better 3-hour trade. You see it drew back there. And this is part of the reason why I want you to take the 3-hour trades. Once you get accustomed to it, and you can start trading within these EMAs, hour trades, or 3-hour trades, whatever you like, it becomes a bit more risky, but there is a way to do it. But you've got to be monitoring what your other currencies are doing, what your dollar index is doing. But we'll get accustomed to that later on as we go through. So for now, that's exactly what our indicator is going to do. Okay, so that was Euro USD. Okay, let's set up another one. Let's set up Great British Pound USD. So Great British Pound USD. So I can open my chart up. I go back to the top here, my indicators, down to custom indicators, and across to my Asian breakout. Okay. Now remember, with this Great British Pound USD, we're trading from 4 p.m. to 3 a.m. Okay, so we need to add 7 hours to that. Again, it starts at midnight. Okay, but now the period ends, so 3 a.m. East Coast time, bringing it up to GMT plus 2 and 7 hours, which is going to make this one 10 a.m. Okay, so that's the only difference between the two. Okay. And then for our box end here, I like to have it on 23, 11 o'clock. Okay, and if you like to change your colors, you can just play around here. You just click on it and it'll give you a drop down. You can mess around with your colors there. Okay. If we look at this, the box breakout offset, we've set it here to 2 pips. Okay. So we've got 10 o'clock close. Okay. Poof. And there it is. Okay. So this is where we are right now, live. This is yesterday. We had the pound breakout here and moved to the upside against the US dollar. I think we took that trade. It was a little bit more of a riskier trade because it was trading below the 200. But I took it anyway because it was it had broken through the 77 resistance here. Okay, just to give you an idea about these moving averages, we've got them set up as 24 moving average, 62 and 77. The 24 is based on a 23.6 Fibonacci number. The 62 is based on my 61.8% Fib number, and my 77 is based on my 76.4 Fib number. Okay, so often, if you do a Fibonacci retracement, you can see if it breaks above the 77. Generally, it's going to break out to the upside. Okay, but I'll get into that more later on our Skype platforms, and I might make some videos about it. But these are things you have to consider. Okay, so let's go back. You can see here, pound is going down to the US dollar. So it's trading below the 200. Over here, it broke out below the 20 and the 20 simple moving average and the 24 EMA. That we waited for it to actually hit our breakout. So we knew it was trading below. Pound was going down against the US dollar. Enter our trade. We took a 3-hour trade, but you can see it dropped down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours. Okay. Some advanced strategies for you. When you see a breakout like this, you know the pound's not doing very well. You can often take a 1-hour trade, a 2-hour, and a 3-hour trade all at the same time. But those are advanced strategies. But you can just see how our box is working here. Okay, there's another nice breakout there. So we know the pound is going down. So it's slightly above here. It breaks out, but then it actually breaks through our 77. I probably would have waited till it broke to 200, and then you can see a nice long trade. Okay, so that's how boxes are working. Right, so if you add that into all of yours, let's have another one. So let's see, Euro, Great British Pound. In there, add indicator, custom, Asian breakout. Now, Euro, Great British Pound is 4 p.m. to 3 a.m. So 3 a.m. is, add 7 hours to that, it's 10. Put our 10 in, and let's extend it to 23. Okay, and there it is for you. Right, so do that with all of them. And once you've done that, that's what we're going to be watching. Okay. Alright guys, so you should end up with something that looks like that. Okay. For my dollar index, I've put that the same as the euro. Okay, Euro USD, which is to 9 a.m. Okay, so 5 p.m. to 9 a.m. Okay. One thing you can do as well is when you come into your chart chart, if you just click up the top here, that's the fourth from the right at the top, chart shift. Okay, click that. It'll bring it back a little bit for you. So now you can see quite clearly on this dollar index the brown box encompassing that. Okay, so we're still waiting for this next candle to close. Okay, you can see here if I go back a day before, we were actually trading this. We saw the index come down when we got into our initial Euro USD dollar trades. We had the central bank meeting the jobless claims, and then the dollar came back and with some strength, went right up through and broke out the other side. When it broke out through the other side, okay, I'll just go back a little bit here. I'm going to make that a bit smaller. Okay, you can see it broke out over there. So we can come here and look at our Euro USD chart. So okay, so you can see the correlation here. Okay, the US dollar came from below there and broke up. The Euro USD came above that trend line and broke down. Okay, so these are things to watch for. So once you've got your everything set up like that, go back to your file, go back to your profiles and save as, and let's save it as our binary charts. Okay, so I want to overwrite the one we saved previously now. Yes, okay, so the next time you come here to load it up, you just come back to File and your Profiles, and you just click on your binary charts. Okay, right, that's it.